Would smoking all my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. I'm back with another American Reacts. Today we got... Whoa. No, let me switch that video out. We actually got a different video. I already did this one. You guys can go check the link to this. And you guys can go check this in my last video, which was foods that are banned in Europe. Today we actually have... U.S. Anthem Stolen from British Drinking Song. What history forgot. So, these all been interesting. It's going to be another interesting one. The original link will be in the description. Go ahead, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell if you wish. And let's go see what the U.S. if the U.S. stole their anthem from a British drinking song. So let's go see what they're talking about. We're gonna dive into this.
During the War of 1812, Francis Scott Key watches as the bombs burst in air at the Battle of Fort McHenry in Baltimore. It inspires him to write the lyrics for the Star-Spangled Banner, but he still needs a tune. And where does he get one?
War inspired it.
Inspires him to write the lyrics. Bombs burst in air at the Battle of Fort McHenry.
Bombs bursting in air, inspires someone to write that. Ain't that crazy how that can go, In
Baltimore. It inspires him to write the lyrics for the Star-Spangled Banner, but he still needs a tune. And where does he get one? He steals it from the country we're fighting.
It's actually the theme song for an 18th century era private club in London called the Anacreontic Society.
The Anacreontic Society. So he gets inspired by the bombs going off, and then he goes ahead and steals it from the enemy. That's some wild stuff right there. That's a hell of a story to tell. A hell of a story.
It was basically a gentleman's club.
What was this society about?
Drinking and women and music. That was it.
The Anacreontic Society got its name from the ancient Greek poet Anacreon, whose poems, like the society, celebrated women, wine, and song. The society consisted of a group of upperclassmen. Their primary focus was to promote a love of song. And so, to get the ball rolling, their theme song was sung at every meeting of the society.
Well, I've got the tune sitting right here.
Would you play that for me?
Yeah, of course.
So would they have been like
Wow, this is about to give a whole lot of British folks bragging rights if they didn't know this. This is about to make them really go off on Americans.
Playing and drinking?
Of course.
The words mentioned several times that are long to entwine, if you know what I mean. But the tune is wildly popular, and it spreads quickly as a drinking song in the late 1700s. Then, people just start to use the tune, and it's freely passed around.
How common of a practice was it for, composers or lyricists to just...
I'm surprised I never heard this. This is my first time ever hearing about this, and it's crazy what happens in history. It's crazy. You just never know how things come about. So when stuff like this happens, or you hear about things like this, it's pretty interesting, because I've never, ever heard about this.
Borrow or steal, the melodies of tunes.
Well, it predates the copyright wars that we are very, very, very familiar with today. Back then, if you had a great tune, you used it. It was very common for a good tune to be used, and you set your own music to it, and if no...
Imagine that, no copyrights back then, right? I still wish there was no copyrights now in a sense, but it's good, people, we don't want people obviously stealing others' content, things like that, but at the same time, it's so crazy nowadays with copyrights. You can't, there's not much you can do, honestly.
Nobody kills you, you're scot-free.
The music for the anacreontic song is equivalent to a pop song today. It starts showing up all over the place.
Robert Treat Paine Jr., the son of one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, uses it for a song he writes called Atoms and Liberty. Incredibly, the song that would eventually become our national anthem first becomes the national anthem for a completely different country. Dun, 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 dun. Luxembourg. In 1839, Luxembourg gains its independence. They use the music before they decide to create their own original anthem. Francis Scott Key is also a fan of the tune.
Wow.
He had, in fact, even used it for a poem he had written 9 years before the Star-Spangled Banner.
So this went viral. This this was their viral back then. You know, this hit the charts. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I never would have thought that. You know, that never even crossed my mind to. I mean, you know, think that it would have came from somewhere else like that. To be honest with you, I just thought it was America doing what America do. You know, just created something more. You know, but I guess in a sense that is America doing what America do.
So it's no surprise that when he adds the lyrics, the words from his poem, Defense of Fort McHenry, it fits this perfectly.
It seems to me pretty crazy that the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem, comes from the British, the same people we got our independence from.
Absolutely.
So our national anthem is based in large part on what is in essence a drinking song?
Yeah.
Listen to that. He said the same people we got our independence from.
It seems to me pretty crazy that the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem, comes from the British, the same people we got our independence from.
Absolutely.
So our national anthem...
How crazy is that? The same people that America got their independence from is the same people that they got their national anthem from? That's actually pretty insane when you really think about it. Like, the same people. Wow. History. I gotta hear him say that again. History is wild. I'm telling y'all, like, when you really sit back and think, like, and you add that up, it's like it doesn't even make sense.
Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem, comes from the British, the same people we got our independence from.
Absolutely.
So our national anthem is based in large part on what is in essence a drinking song?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I mean, I'm not surprised about the drinking part at all. I'm more surprised about the fact that they got that from, you know, the same people they got their independence from. And I mean, there's a lot to be said about that, you know. But that song was viral. That song was viral in America pretty much, you know, finessed it. But with that being said, original link in the description. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell if you wish. And I'll be back with more soon. Much love.